one of the exceptions to this. I mean, with Maru, you know, and his great success was innovating the way that proxies operated in the game and showing just how many forks in the tree there could be for that. But I want to see what the techniques are going to be here from Bunny. Is it going to be a mid-game all-in? Is it going to be some kind of an unusual timing attack?
So bad.
Does he have an all-in for game 2? This is what I'm really wondering here is how does Bunny try to approach taking down the greatest Zerg to come out of 2019, the greatest player to come out of 2019?
Well, the first thing that came to my mind that he might try is one of these more new style Hellbat VC type things.
Okay.
But I'm not sure that that's even the best course to go down against Dark, because Dark's a pretty queen-heavy player.
Yeah.
He's also a player that will get a Roach Warren early on more than most. He's more of a Roach guy than a Link guy in a lot of ways.
Yeah, there's something about the way that he handles roaches. He also seems to undermake them compared to a lot of other players.
Oh no!
Like if you watch somebody like Ragnarok, he has like a lot of roaches sometimes, and it doesn't seem to serve him very well. But Dark will have a very... He'll skimp on them. He'll have enough to barely hold off everything.
Yeah.
And then later on, occasionally he'll power up with him and look to try to take a fight.
Yeah, it looks like Bunny here.
No! Why'd you run that way?
In a Banshee play. Third command center as well.
What? Why did he get feared in front of me?
Going down. Yeah, not too surprised about that. He's not a player that we see go mech very often.
Reaper goes down. This is a map that tends to have some pretty epic late game TVZ, but that worries me because Dark seems to have some of the strongest late game TVZ. It's funny too because you know, in the past we'd look at Rogue and say that was, you know, more his forte.
Yeah.
But I feel like Dark has also proven that, but he has a little bit of a different approach to late game. Like we think of Ultras a lot more times with Dark.
Yes, yes. He plays the late game very different from Rogue.
I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I said brilliant with Brood Lords with Rogue.
Yeah, both though. True,
both. Yeah.
Waste my time walking on this path.
So I would imagine that, you know, for Dark coming into this match, Bunny is much more of a stepping stone for him to get to the rematch against Innovation, which, by the way, assuming that's what we get, and I think we will, I'm still excited to see what Bunny's going to do here, but I think really the rematch coming up here is going to be super cool to see. Or conversely, if Bunny causes an insane upset, well, hell, man, let's see how his TVT is then, because Bunny did have to come into this with 3 matchups prepared.
Yeah.
Which is really hard for the people he had to,
point.
yeah, for the people he's up against, that's a really tough one.
Yeah, they're all very good, specifically at the matchup against Terran, too.
Yeah.
It's actually a big point. Okay, so Dark right now, he's already taken his 4th base, and this is probably what the game is, once again, going to kind of hinge around. Oftentimes is the case in Terran vs. Zerg. It's, can you do anything at that 4th as it's being taken? Now, here it is. The creep is not in front of it as of yet, but I don't think Bunny's quite ready yet either. But all right, yeah, we actually see him sending a medevac or 2 out to the north. But after his initial little harassment, I think he'll do a slightly more dedicated push against this 4th.
I would imagine. And that's the most typical way to, I think, approach this matchup, you know? I like the Banelings like,
that is pretty funny. They walk up, they're like, well, there's no reason to make a depot have yellow health, is there?
Yeah. That's what my life's going to be about.
I got 7 minutes. 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's on this side.
These Banelings really don't care.
I intend to crash into 8 SCVs at once if I'm going to go down as a Baneling.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, a pickup. Now, this is a multi-pronged drop. I don't think those Banelings saw that, by the way. The Baneling vision's a little bit lower than the medevacs.
Parkour.
Kind of funny. Look at this. Bunny actually just started another command center as 1-1 and combat shields are finishing. This isn't what I was kind of expecting.
I think he's going to be really conservative with these drops. I don't think he's going to siege up or anything.
Oh,
well, he overstepped it already, but
his possible timing to do something against the 4th is now going away.
Yeah.
Right, because this is the moment where we see Hydras being added in for Dark. And that's like kind of the moment, right, where they're splitting techs, they're doing a slight transition, and you should have an army that has a higher chance at that point than later on. Whereas when he hits the amount of hydras he wants, when he has Baneling speed, when he has his 1-1 done, that's going to be the most suboptimal time to try to do anything. So far this game, Bunny hasn't actually gotten anything done. Like,
so far this game,
a little bit of creep, and that's it.
Bunny has been getting mopped up by Dark's army on the map. Dark's creep spread is already continuing to flourish on the map. There's very few periods in this game where the Terran army has been able to have its feet or wheels on the ground for very long before it has to be picked up, because Dark has way too much to ever try to hold the ground there.
Bunny still, I mean, picking off a little bit of creep here and there, but these are not, like, every area is kind of important, but Bunny's not gaining any ground. The one thing he is doing is he's going to get a 4th base up now, and I guess he's keeping away the creep on this end, but I feel like Dark can easily take one more base coming up here. Not that he even needs it. Look at this. He's got almost 90 workers right now. Ooh,
oh my God!
Not bad.
Well, that was pretty damn good.
Oh, and he gets away.
Sure.
Looks like it's even going to be able to get away here. Queen
suicide.
can't quite get that in time.
Let's go, Bunny.
But again, Bunny will eventually have to push. I'm worried that Dark might have had a strong enough earlier game here. He could maybe even try to attack out across the map in a little bit.
Dark has way too much creep spread.
Well, Bunny might end up doing his push in a second here, right? He's maxing out very shortly. His 2-2 is about to finish as well. So it's as good a time as any. In fact, oftentimes when Terrans do choose to attack. Removing a little bit of creep, going towards that 4th base again. There is a 5th, though, on the high ground, let's not forget.
Wait.
And Dark's actually going for a little bit of a counterattack. Look at this.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Just enough to get him to turn around. He runs back.
That's funny, isn't it?
Well, it buys you time, right?
It certainly
and you can see
does.
here, that's enough time for more Banelings to make. You know, Banelings make so quickly. But we do see a lot of games where the push gets there and the Banelings were like 3 seconds too late, right? So, kind of a smart move here. Just buying a little bit more time. This is going to be the moment where we're going to see what way this game is going to go. Because Dark's either going to hold this, or Bunny's going to push it and do too much damage, or it's going to be even. But we have a big Ling hit over here. The Planetary is going to go down. And this is enough. The Banes don't even have to be detonated on any buildings. And then I think he can try to come back here and take this. But Dark, maybe this is overconfidence here.
Oh, fuck.
Hold on. Banes
it's a lot of siege tanks, and there's quite a few Marauders here that can tank as well.
But these siege tanks are not in siege mode yet. Okay, now they siege up. Only 3. I think Dark's going to try to come up here and just surround him.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a flank, although the flanking force is a little bit small. Let's see what he gets done here. Here we go. He's going for the full move. That's a huge amount of Banelings now rolling in around the siege tanks and Marauders.
Oh my God, this is way too much damage here. Everything is just destroyed. And now, you know, it's Dark staying on 5 bases, masterfully controlling the map. Bunny lost that 3rd for almost nothing. Just a few Lings were killed by the Planetary. And I'm worried that now Dark has basically knocked Bunny out of the ability to orbit around anything close to a win here. This is where I think
you're right.
We talk about these Zergs where you, like, every time you leave your base, you lose all your stuff and you never get to grow. And that's sort of where Dark set himself up. That classic Zerg winning style. Just too much, too many.
Now he's 6 base against 3.
Yeah.
Getting into full tech, 3-3 on the way.
And if the next Terran army is flattened, I think we'll probably be hopping into game 2.
Yeah. Yeah, Bunny's got about 1 more army left in him right now. He is remaking his 4th command. But this is like the same army that he's remaking. What's different here that he can win with it?
I'll tell you what, the Bunny looks good.
Yeah, he does. He looks solid. It's just looks of a slightly lower level.
Yeah. And, you know, here we go again. You know, when you have enough Banelings back at home, you can send this many Lings. And they basically have to turn around. They can't just hold this off. And again, you can do this because you have so many Banelings back at home.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And he gets the mega connection right there as well. Just as a backup. Just don't throw everything away and you're good to go.
We're almost onto a Terran on 2 base.
Dark gonna back up once again. More Lings and Banes on the way, a huge amount, in fact. For 70s Lings being made.
No, I have water.
I feel like I should be yelling World Star in this game. Like, this is brutal, man. Terran does have an expansion a little bit further up from the natural. I just don't.
No, there's nothing left for Bunny. There's nothing left.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
game is done.
It's hard. I don't want to.
Dark right
be
now
dishonest here, you
could
know?
just detonate all of his banelings just right now, then remake everything and be fine.
Yeah.
It's a lot of banelings too.
GG. Okay, Dark.
Well,
Just a tsunami of Zerg units.
absolutely smashed.
Yeah.
Absolutely smashed. The thing is, Bunny played like a solid game. That was good enough to beat almost every Zerg player in the world, I think.
Yeah.
But he didn't do anything other than the 2-2 push, right? He removed a little tiny bit of creep. There was no special harassment at all. There was no push on the 4th base.
Right.
There was just a little tiny bit of harassment into a 2-2 push. And the 2-2 push looked all right. It's just Dark flanked it and killed it. It was too slow.
Well, let's go to game 2. I don't know what Bunny can do better. You know, he looks like he's in peak form for where he's at, and
Yeah.
you can see he's in a meditative state now, just trying to calm his nerves. I think Dark is probably already thinking about innovation. How do you kill what cannot die?
Bunny's trying to figure that out right now for him.
경기가 준비되었다. 한번 시작해 볼까? 카이지 게이밍 버니 이재선. 드래곤 피닉스 게이밍 다크 박명호.
So again, just like game 1, my question is, what flair does Bunny bring to this matchup? What special moves? What techniques? What uniqueness in the pushes or the builds or, I don't even know, the expansion patterns or timings? I don't know. Because, you know, it does seem like a player like Dark, unless you're against Innovation, you can't just be pushed and killed. You know, Innovation seems to be the best pushing Terran of all time. He's always tried to do the textbook play, the optimal play, the supercomputer play. I mean, we saw what happens to Innovation in a game like Game 2 against Parting, right? Where he tried to innovate. Yeah. But seriously, he tried to do something really unique, and it backfired, right? Bunny's problem, I feel like, as a Terran player, is that he's not as good as Innovation of pushing or microing.
Yeah. That's
his
what we used
decision-making.
to talk about a lot, actually, was that Bunny just didn't have anything special setting him apart.
Yeah. Other
In a
than
world
putting
of
2 tanks in a
superhero
medevac and
Terrans,
yeah.
it was just like, this guy was the 9th best, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, I think mechanically, Bunny's really polished his play. You know, he spends a lot of time in the gym as far as his Terran mechanics go. But
That's the way to put it.
yeah, I just don't know if he has any ace up his sleeve to take on Dark. You know, Innovation versus Dark, that's exciting because it is like a strongman match. You know.
Yeah.
And of course, you don't have to play like that. I mean, Parting is proving that he has this totally
Dark Force
insane,
Innovation.
unstable.
Dude, Dark Force Innovation is like UFC or something, but better. Like, what would you even call that? Like, GSL?
Yes. Yeah, yes. Every letter better. No, I mean, so I don't want to, you know, deflate any hype here with these two players, but I think you guys saw in game one, it's like, well, how is Bunny going to do it?
Well, in a straight-up macro game on the biggest macro map, not that way.
Not that way.
Something else, something other than that.
I was curious if Bunny would have something, you know, idea-wise at least similar to what Parting did, or what he did against Parting, where he totally tricked Parting and killed him.
Well, we have something a little bit interesting here. Quick armory, but mines being made.
Yes.
So, and some Hellions being made too. Well, that's kind of a double threat, right? You can have Hellbats plus invisible mines. Maybe you get something done with that.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, I think Hellbat pushes are the most obvious and easily stopped of all the Terran cheeses.
So you and I both feel pretty strongly about this. When we see Hellbat pushes not work.
Yeah, at the pro level, it's like, if you
Ouch.
make Hellbats as a push, it generally just means you're much worse than your opponent, you know it.
Yeah. Well, also, you will see them drop Hellbats in the main or morph them in the main, and then the drones run away because they're faster than the Hellbats.
Okay, we actually have a Mine Drop coming in, and he has the armory done.
Is Dark going to notice? Oh, surprisingly, he actually will not notice. So,
Nice.
3 drones killed. Is he going to notice a second one? Oh, cool.
Oh,
Gets
that
the
was
Overlord to get the
cute.
larva. That's really cute.
Yeah, yeah. Now he has to make spores against this.
Oh!
Oh, that's too bad. That's not something you wanted to
Medevac
lose.
goes down. Again, each of these units, especially the Medevac, very important early on.
Yeah, he's just going to have to get out of here now.
Is there counterplay from the Zerg with this?
Yeah, he'll go up and push, but there's a Banshee being made, a bunker being made. I don't think he'll get too much damage done.
Drones are not mining. Oh, what? That's still there?
Yeah.
He's going to get away, too. The drones are like, you killed our friends.
Look at that. It's getting even more damage with these
What
3
is
drones
happening
chasing.
here? This is not a... Okay.
It's Dark not able to manage everything perfectly. Hey, Banshee will be out pretty soon, but hey, I think he's actually going to get the 2 depots at least. Maybe even 3 here.
This is more than you normally see taken here. And he's going to keep making Ravagers. He actually can start to pelt the bunker.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going for.
Yeah. I love the SCVs being pulled to the front.
Oh, fuck.
Dark.
He's dead.
Oh my god.
What did I come back to, bro?
What? Looked like the Ravagers sneezed for a second.
Oh, he gets the
my
Banshee.
god,
Bruh.
GG.
Okay, well.
Insta tap out.
Yeah,
hit.
unfortunately that'll be the end of the road for Bunny, but it was a tough group, and kind of as expected, he couldn't quite do it. I don't think he's quite ready to get out of a group like this.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Like, yeah.
look, he's a great player, but he's just not there yet. I mean, look, we've been casting Dark for a long time, and he finally actually rose to the top.
Yeah.
Maybe give Bunny a few more years. It's hard, man. Everybody's so good now. Everything is so competitive. People keep innovating.
Well, I
You can
think he's
see-
still improving, so that's a big deal in and of itself.
You can see the disappointment there from Bunny, but it's natural. I thought he played well.
Yeah,
Some good sportsmanship here from both these guys.
yeah.
Okay, well, now we get to close, I think, on a very strong note. With the matchup that we started,
All right.
Innovation versus Dark, our final match. Coming up next.
It is not meant to be for Bunny.
아프리카 TV 프레이업 스튜디오 라이브 2020
You can do it. Just not quite
GSL
yet.
시즌 2 코드 S 더 아프리카 TV 프레이업 스튜디오 라이브
It says I can smack him back.
2020
Win the next
Bunny
Come back. Fucking
파티
tomorrow. He has to change his name finally.
아프리카 TV 프레이업 스튜디오 라이브 2020 GSL 시즌 2 코드 S 더 커밍 스톰
It's time for the rematch. We started today off with Innovation versus Dark. Now, Dark is the world champion from 2019, but Innovation, in what were really close, really exciting, fun games to cast personally, Innovation came out on top with a 2-0. Innovation went to the winner's match and was Joker villained by Parting. Dark bounced back easily from Bunny. These were some of the best macro games that were really close that I've casted in a long time.
Yeah.
Like, Innovation had almost no functional economy, but was good enough at controlling and pushing. Dark was so good at holding, but was barely broken. How will it look this time around?
I think Dark's going to play better than last time. This could really go either way, even though Innovation won that last one. Like, there's something seemed off about Dark, but it didn't seem off in his last game.
But if Innovation wins here, crushing the 2019 World Champion, what a crude reminder of how quickly times can change in StarCraft 2 as far as who's on top.
경기가 준비되었다. 한번 시작해 볼까? 카이지 게이밍 이노베이션 이신영. 드래곤 피닉스 게이밍 다크 박명우.
Okay. It's cold outside, Artosis. It's snowing on Ice and Chrome.
Do you miss the cold weather yet?
Yes. I actually don't care for extreme summer heat.
I don't think anyone cares for extreme summer heat, let alone like.
Yeah, but okay, but let me expand on that, Artosis. It's not like I personally don't like spider bites. Okay, it's not. That's not what I'm talking about.
Sounds a lot like it.
You know, this is just me, but I personally don't like the sensation of throwing up. No. Let me go on with this. I actually will take bitter winter over super hot summers. I will take it where it's brutally cold out. And by the way, for you guys who have never been to Korea, we got really hot summers and really cold winters.
Yeah.
We get to have the both of the extremes.
Our range is like -11 to 34.
Yes. But if I had to choose one, even though it can be rough, you know, when it's really cold out, I will take that over just walking around in shorts and a white t-shirt and still being sweaty and disgusting. You know, after having taken a shower and leaving my house, I'm outside for 2 minutes and I'm already gross.
Yeah. It's definitely true.
I also don't sleep as well in the summer heat. Toss and turn, even when the aircon's on.
You gotta have a fan.
I have a fan on, Artosis. I don't sleep as well. I don't sleep as well. It's
right.
the wind blowing on me and stuff.
Well, it's always nice to be cold when you sleep.
Yeah,
Cover
be in a
with a
cold
blanket.
room and have a nice feather blanket.
Yeah, absolutely.
But talk about the game. What's the Reaper gonna do? Is it gonna damage the Lings
Did you
get away?
see someone actually made the video that we suggested with all the Reaper
Oh yeah,
aspect of the past
I
year?
saw that somebody made it. I hadn't watched it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either, and I don't know if I will watch it. But cheers to the guy who made that.
Yeah, thank you. So let's remember, in the first best of 3 these guys had, in game 1, we saw a pretty strong Banshee timing attack where it killed 21 workers. In game 2, I wouldn't say anything fancy happened other than that Dark was constantly counterattacking to destroy an Innovation's economy. But Innovation really, with like S-class perfect control, kited Banelings well enough that he was able to close the game out with a push.
A little Ling counterattack here while the Reaper was across the map. Gets a couple Marines, a little bit of scouting done. No biggie though. Looks like we have a BC opener here.
Yep, a Fusion Core.
Fusion Core.
Fusion Core.
Cool. Is that what you named it after?
Fuzzums, yes.
You were
Fuzzums
trying to
and
spell
stuff.
Fusion Core, but
Yeah.
you couldn't quite get it.
I was like, how many Z's are in Fusion? Stim coming now. Everything looks like it's a setup for a macro build. This was, by the way, the map and the spawns where we had the very close game in game 2. Nothing looks different so far, unless I'm forgetting something. I don't think I am.
Yeah, I want to see what... This is the first BC opener done against Dark today?
Yeah.
You know, that was kind of what I was thinking with the original Banshee that came out, that he might have been... That's why the Banshees did damage. Maybe he was thinking it was going to be a BC follow-up. This time, straight up BC. Dark has forgone any roaches or anything, which he's done a lot today of.
Yeah, I almost wonder if there was a reason why we didn't see battle cruisers in game 1. I'm sorry, in game 1 or 2. I mean in series 1. I can't talk. In the first series, Innovation played around going battle cruisers, but you know, here they are again, the same players, the same matchup, the same map now. I feel like this is either going to go. I feel like this will not go as well for Innovation, to be honest with you. I think he would have gone BCs in the earlier games if he thought that was a better choice.
I wonder how many queens are actually out right now. He hasn't really kept much pressure on. Hellion's mostly sitting at home during this. All right, the BC's out. Oh, it's going to just go after the Overlord first. So that'll give Dark plenty of time. Dark does already have 6 queens. Now he jumps to a safe area.
Oh, almost didn't see it there with the blue. I thought our observer just missed it. I'm like, what is he doing? Where is it? Okay. Now, these queens are in a good spot here to basically wedge this back up to the top, and he's probably going to try to squeeze the battle cruiser further north. Good drone pull.
Yeah, only a couple drones dying so far.
More queens are coming around to try to catch this. A Spore is going to come in over here. Is this going to squish the battle cruiser down towards the bottom into the main?
Yeah, it seems
There's
like
2 queens already preempting this. But the battle cruiser's only at about half health.
Yeah, no way it's going to die or anything. You
No.
can easily pull that back.
But I'll tell you what, this is the least amount of damage I've seen a battle cruiser really do in these
Pretty
kind of
much.
rushes, right?
Pretty much.
Usually they end up killing like 12 drones and there's dead queens and everything.
Well, a lot of the time, they're used more brazenly, I guess, with 2 Zs. Jumping into a mineral line directly, right? He killed an Overlord first, which kind of is like, hey, I have a battle cruiser. Then jumped not onto drones, right? Normally, if you just jump immediately onto drones, it's like, oh, we're starting to kill drones right off the bat. But he does have another set of units coming out, so this might be how the PC really makes itself worthwhile. Yeah, see, he's coming in, harasses a little bit more than jumps to the main army.
Now look, he actually pairs this with the rest of his army. The Link counterattack didn't do well. Innovation is, I think this 4th base is just gone.
Well, that would be a huge kill.
Yep, it's gone.
There's already Speedbanes are done here, though. Can he clear this army efficiently?
Innovation is not turning around.
All right, here we go. The Speedbane's rolling by right now. He's going to get those Sea Chinks very, very quickly. Trying to target down the Banelings and does a reasonable job. The Queen's coming forward right now. He's going to be able to pick off that BC.
Yeah, the BC goes down, but it's just Lings. I think if the Marines can regroup and get another arc like they are right now, the targeting would be insane.
Well, especially with the creep taken away.
Oh
Look at
my
this.
God.
Queen's ever so slowly trying to back up. Can't quite do it.
Oh my God, only 1 queen gets away. The Baneling Cess is going to go down.
Oh, everything going wrong right now for Dark. He's already lost a 4th, which is a terrible thing, but now all of his queens gone as well.
Yeah, he can actually slice in half the 2nd and the 3rd base. That messes with the rallies. The Spire now taking hits.
This is a terrible situation for Dark.
If Dark does not fight this off in the next minute, he is going to lose game 1.
Quicker than that even. Having that Spire go down is just such a big moment. He's making like 4 mutas right now. What are those even going to do? Okay, here we go. He is rolling in with these Banelings. Oh God, I think he's just going to GG, man.
Innovation, he just seems to have solved Zerg. He just knows how to push it. He knows how to maneuver. Dark was not prepared. He even held the battlecruiser off well early on. GG.
Tough situation there for Dark.
Is Dark, the world champion of 2019, going to be punted out in the round of 16 by Innovation?
You know, his queen-heavy defense is not doing so much against Innovation, right? Like, we see Innovation fighting very well against it.
But it also seems like the micro decisions in the pushes are really important here too. He's sets up the, he doesn't do that much damage with the BC. The push comes out anyways. This is a battlecruiser.
You mean
with
like
10
the
HP.
tank positioning and targeting? Or?
I think every little thing, where the BC was put, the decision, he actually got the creep tumors so that when the fight was won, the queens couldn't get away.
That was huge.
The queens were suddenly, they were in quicksand there.
That's why the game had no chance. If he had all those queens back up on creep, if creep was still there, all the queens are alive in an arc, and it's very hard to continue pushing.
We're going to Submarin. My favorite kind of sandwich.
The Submarin?
The Submarin.
All right.
My favorite place to eat, Submarin sandwich. Give us game 2! Please.
경기가 준비되었다. 한번 시작해볼까? 카이지 게이밍 이노베이션 이신영. 드래곤 피닉스 게이밍 다크 박영우.
All right. Dark's got to bring out his best stuff here. You know, you mentioned that he mixes in a lot of aggressive plays too. We saw him making some roaches earlier against Innovation. It didn't really do anything, to be honest. Innovation generally doesn't get caught off guard by things like that. Does he try something like that here? Because it feels like nothing's working for him against Inno.
Well, this is the first time we're seeing Dark get squished. Dark never really in the past was just pushed and killed.
Yeah.
And Innovation seems to be on the next level. He's bringing out different TVZs each time, and each time he's able to strangle the Zerg and take him out. That's crazy. This is Dark.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, look at Bunny's games as an example. Bunny played mechanically really well, and Dark looked like the Blob.
Yeah, it was well,
ridiculous.
It shows you the distance between even Bunny
Dark
and
looked
Innovation.
like Tetsuo in Akira at the end of the movie.
Oh, I thought you said Ted Suo.
No,
I'm
no.
like, who's Ted
No,
Suo?
Dark's like, my body won't listen. It just takes over the whole map. But no, it is. I mean, it just.
Whereas Tace is the little floating annoying guy.
Me? No, you know what I am? If I'm in Akira, I'm that religious guy that's talking about how Akira's coming and it's going to be the end, and I'm like casting the game until he just destroys us with one sweep.
Yeah. I'm the motorcycle.
You're the motorcycle? Artosis, you're one of the clowns that fell off the bike at the start of the movie.
Okay, Roachhorn coming down.
I like this.
Yeah? The Roachhorn you like?
Yeah.
Might be good here. Now, this is not 3 command. If this was 3 command, this could be a game-winning move.
Yeah, well, let's see what it can do. I think Dark maybe is a little bit predictable, right? The pushes keep beating him, so what do you do? But, yeah, let's just see what happens. I'm really excited for this this attack and how this is going to work. Does this supply block